Hi there. I'm Kris Kendall, a founder of Fulfilled After 40, the podcast. Today, I'm so excited to be talking to Stefanie about some of the things going on in her business. Hi, Stefanie. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Great, great. So, tell me a little bit about your business and what's going on right now.
So I am a business coach for fitness coaches, and right now, what's going on is I am kind of revamping the coaching model, like how I'm delivering my coaching, and how the clients are being educated. So,
Okay, cool. So, tell me a little bit about what you had before and what the revamp looks like.
so previously, I've actually had a few different models. One where it was purely one-on-one coaching. They would meet actually every week. We would have a session, and it would last for about an hour. And then I created a course because there was a lot of things that were being repeated and over again, and so the course allowed them to get the education, do the homework, and then after I created the course, it turned into like a group coaching program. And I was coaching just this part is where the change is. I was coaching Monday through Thursday, 1 hour on different subjects from mindset, client experience, and any like marketing. I call it prospect to client flow. So DM marketing, sales calls, all that kind of stuff, and scale your sales. So like a scaling strategy class every week. And it was great. It was just the only issue, it took away the emphasis on my one-on-ones. Like I truly believe one-on-one coaching is the most impactful coaching that anybody could experience. Yes, there are so many benefits with group coaching, containers and courses, and like the benefits are there for all the other models. I just really love one-on-ones. Um, and the feedback that I was getting from my clients was, oh, I forgot to add, there was also a Slack community.
Okay.
Still is a Slack community. The feedback that I was getting from about the one-on-ones, even though one-on-one coaching in that container was unlimited, so they had my Calendly link and could schedule a one-on-one coaching session as needed. They didn't feel that it was like, I don't know, there was like some disconnect that the one-on-one access was that unlimited. I'm like, no, you really can. And there are people that do that utilize them to a fault. Um, but the issue was the group coaching was so often that they just felt like they would come there and ask questions. I'm like, no, you have one-on-one coaching. I want to get into the nitty-gritty of like what's going on in your business. So the revamp puts the focus on one-on-one
Okay.
and allows me to have intentional like coaching sessions with my clients every single month. There's still a group aspect because I do believe in the benefit. It's just an emphasis on the one-on-ones. And then what I really wanted to do was I was explaining how this revamp isn't really so much a revamp, but returning to what I wanted to do when I first created P3. And when I first started conceptualizing it, this was the offer. And it was monthly one-on-ones. Um, but uh every other week I would see them. So the other session would be kind of like a hot seat coaching style, and I would have like courses, which I have so much memorialized, so much of like what I know, the strategies I've learned memorialized in course format. But they'll have access to that, but the focus would be on the coaching sessions. And it would be a year long. Um and it would also include a retreat. because I love to travel and I love traveling with my clients. So I'm kind of coming back to that. But the issue with the revamp is I personally haven't been in a program like this. So I don't have a basis of understanding like what it looks like, what it feels like, what do what are the things to be mindful of for my clients, like in their experience, and what is needed, like how much focus on like monthly topics is needed. So that's kind of where I am. Is I have the idea, I just don't have the nuts and bolts that are happening inside of the program just yet figured out.
Okay. All right. So let's kind of break it down a little bit. So biweekly one-on-ones, is that what you said? Um,
Bi-weekly
yeah.
coaching.
So every other week.
Yeah, one of them is a like just one-on-ones with them as we know it. And then the other one is more hot seat. So it would be the whole group's there. It's just one person being coached at a time.
So is that every week they're doing one or the other, or is it twice a
Every
month they're
month,
doing?
twice a month.
Okay. So one week they do one, the next week they do nothing, the next week they do the other thing, the next week they do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have 12 one-on-one sessions
Mm-hmm.
and then 12 of these group hot seat um, sessions. And then year long. So in you've worked with, lots of clients so far. So how long does it usually take for a client to really start like from zero to where they're bringing in clients and they're able to kind of replicate what you've coached them to do?
So the target audience wouldn't be focused on the creation of the business and the coaching offer, because that part doesn't take too long.
Okay.
Course that I have is a course on how to basically you're launching your coaching program, putting it out there, and start bringing in clients within 8 weeks. So within 2 to 3 months of focus building, and as we both know, doesn't always happen, but they have like a roadmap and a timeline that they can follow to keep them focused. And so I was like, the course is great for new coaches, so they can come through and just do the course, and then the container would be for um even people like us, where we're doing the thing, we're already launched, and we're just trying to make that launch energy sustainable, as well as continue to grow new levels in our business. So it'd be the more experience, or at least
Okay.
have something already.
Okay. So do you feel like that's the group that's going to get the most value is somebody who's already has a business, they're making some money, maybe not as much as they want to be, but they do have some clients and you're going to be able to get them over the next year to a much higher level?
Yes, that's
Okay.
that's the target audience. Mhm.
Okay. All right. So that's good. Um, okay. And then you mentioned that you haven't done this personally. So what do you think that if you were to join a program like this, what are the things that you might have questions about or that might make you hesitate?
That would make me hesitate. I hmm. I don't know if other people have this issue, but I feel like I know. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound like a fitness client. I know what to do. I just need support in what like how to navigate what's going on in my business like right now. So right now I'm having some difficult conversations. It's like difficult conversations is a theme where it has to do with contractors and clients, like, and my coaches too. It's like difficult conversations must be what I'm supposed to be working through. Like I would want to make sure that whatever I'm going through in my business, I'm going to get support on that, and not necessarily following a schedule or a roadmap or something like that where I'm learning something new, because I already I don't want to seem like I know everything. I just know I just I don't want to actually learn anything new. I just want help with what I'm already doing and support in making decisions. I was calling it the purity of coaching to someone else. Like just let's how we're doing right now. Like just hey, this is something that's on my mind. I really want to do it. Can can I get coached through it? So that's what I would want to make sure that, it's not like anything else that I've already done. Like I'm not getting coached on how to create an offer or how to sell in the DMs or something like that. If I'm like or what to say on a sales call. Like
Okay.
all that is already in the course. I don't
So
even like don't know how to do it. They have it, but let's go past that.
right. Okay. So would you say that you will be a little bit of a consultant as well? So when they get to this point and they're like, I just have this situation. I don't even know what to do. Stefanie, help me. Like, will you be doing that kind of stuff? Like, okay, let's open up your file. Let's look at it together. Let's walk through it. And we'll, in your hour, we're going to get through this situation, this contract, this accounting issue, this whatever. Or are you purely coaching?
Purely coaching. So
Okay.
the consultant part of what I've been doing would just live in the course. So
Okay.
like if I want to be able to just reference, let's say it is like an accountant. I doubt that would be somebody would come to me for that. But here's a good one. I was on a coaching session the other day and we were talking about how to leverage her um like her corporate job in her business. And I was like, have you ever considered pitching your wellness program to your company and what that would look like what a low ticket offer would look like in a group setting in corporate. I didn't necessarily sit with her to create the pitch and the program and all of that. But I have something that they can reference to go through that. Oh, that is something you'd be interested in. Okay, here, go to this lesson, and use that to do whatever we talked about. That's what I would want those coaching sessions to look like.
Okay. So I'm trying to picture it because when you were talking about you wouldn't want just I think what I heard is that you said you personally, if you were in a program like that, you wouldn't, just want coaching. You would want a little bit more help through some of these difficult conversations, like as the real life situations come up in their business, because it's a whole year. So a lot's going to happen in that year. In those early months, maybe you work through the basics and you get their business going. But beyond that, they might have um different kind of situations that they're going to come to you with. So what do you imagine, like in an ideal world, after 6 months, what do you think your clients might be coming to you, and what would that look like?
So like the program promise what they would be accomplishing over time.
Yeah.
I want them to feel more confident in the growth of the like growing their business, that they feel supported, that they feel connected to a wealth of resources. um but the program promise wouldn't be so attached to making more money. I think making more money is inevitable for anybody that's in business as long as you keep going. And once you've learned how to get in that first client, you just keep doing the things. And so at that point, it's support and access to resources to help them continuously grow.
Okay. Okay. Support and access to resources, um, to get through that first, full year of business, or to, expand in that year of to grow their business during that year.
I mean, they're going to make more money.
Right.
because I always talk about the cookie and the carrot, where what do they actually want, and then giving them what they actually need. And so the cookie would be, you know, it's funny because like for me, no one would convince me, or like there would be no marketing ploy that involves making more money. Like I only because I'm like, I already know I can make more money. I need help through these sticky situations. And but I want to create the program that does both. And I just think the sticky situations, like being able to continuously serve through like difficult time.
Okay, keep going.
So I'm all that, oh my gosh, I think I just got my own little download of clarity. And so what just came to me was a reminder of uh a premise to a book that I want to write. And it's basically finding joy through the challenging times. And there's a lot of like, after you launch is when the tests really come. There are so many of them. And I've gone through so many tests, and I do believe that I went through it in order to showcase it, give it to my clients and like help them through those moments. But a lot of those challenging times I didn't have support. I didn't like I my friends or my business besties were my support. Like it wasn't, I didn't have access one-on-one to coaching for majority of my business growth. So again, why I say it's not necessary, but it's just it's helpful when things don't go the way the roadmap said it should go.
Right.
Get those bumps. What do you do?
So I really like that, finding joy through the hard times. So if you were to build a program around that, what would that be like? What are some words that you would use? Like growing your business and finding joy through the hard times, or like what are some, just off the top of your head, some words that you would use?
Having support when things don't go right. Um, looking at the challenges as like part of the process. Like it's actually everything that you're going through, you're supposed to go through in order to come to the next side. Um, like leveling up by learning from the lessons, how to make decisions, or making decisions, making decisions, or I guess impact. I'm trying to describe like what the decisions are, but like impactful decisions that, or I don't know, the same words keep coming up. It's like
Yeah.
support,
Yep.
support, like support challenges, leveling up, but leveling up with the lessons.
Yeah. When you first started talking, I was at a wedding over the weekend, and I was just thinking like, for better or worse in your business, or something along those like
I like
vows.
I like that though. Yeah, like because it's like for better or worse, like this is what we decided to do. This
Yeah.
is in as long as it's in alignment with your passion and your purpose, then this is it. Like this is like I honestly feel like I was put on this earth to do this work. So it's like okay, there's no going back, right? Like there's no back and forth. This is what we do. And with that decision to keep moving forward, that means I'm gonna go through some hard moments to even sometimes test whether or not are you really. Let's see, how dedicated to the vision are you?
Yeah.
Okay, she seems really dedicated. She's still here after I threw that curveball. So I want to be that Like I want to be that support system for folks when they are experiencing those curveballs and be able to provide an answer. Because I feel like I have an answer for everything. I got an idea for everything. I have a resource for everything. Or at the very least, I have access to people that have that and the ability to bring them into like my client community and give that. So what does that look like? Like as we've been talking, I've already decided there isn't going to be a roadmap. Like we're throwing out the roadmap. um, and that's probably gonna be part of even like the marketing and the messaging is like throw out the blueprint. And it's something that I talked about a long time. But I'm throwing out the blueprint, and I want to just create a like support system for uh like entrepreneurs who just want to they want to they want to create impact, but they're being impacted by their business. Like the business is I don't know, it's like growing pains,
Yeah.
and growing pains hurt. That's what they call them, pains. But if you're doing it by yourself, like I've been there, it's not it, you. And it's gonna sound really aggressively, probably mean. You won't succeed. Like there's a breaking point for us all, and if you don't have like a support system, a strong support system, forget it. I feel like
Right.
some people don't launch because they don't have a strong support system.
Okay. So, I mean, support system seems to be really significant. And, you're saying that a lot. So I would love to work that in somehow. Like, let me be your support system when a curveball comes at your business, or when your business isn't going the way you thought. I'll be your support system, or join the support system that I'm creating, or however you want to do it. If it's going to be more of a community, or just, it sounds like one-on-one at least is going to be a pretty significant part of it. So that's an important connection, because, you know, in a group, people maybe are more intimidated to like really be honest about their vulnerabilities and where things are going wrong. But one-on-one, they'll just tell you, oh my God, everything's falling apart. I don't know what I'm going to do, whatever. So by just making yourself available, like, I will be that person for you. And it sounds like that's what you want to do. Am I hearing that right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I guess I'm not sure what I guess I'll need to do some market research to identify what it is that they actually want. I've started to do something similar and it feels in alignment, especially with the feedback that I've gotten. Um, I guess I like what some of the words and the things that I've written down so far. Because I wasn't actually thinking that way. I wasn't going at it with as a support system, but it is like once I started talking, I was like, that is what I want to create though. Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of the things you think you need to do, like the most immediate things you need to do to kind of start moving in that direction?
Talk to people. We talk to people that would be ideal clients and identify what it is that they're missing inside of their business. And if they had one-on-one access to someone that knows XYZ, what would you like to hear from them in order to understand like that you're going to get that resource? Because like one thing that I find, I don't know how, or I'm not sure how to put this in the messaging, is like how much education I do have and like how much I know about different things that happen inside the business, but I might not be using it in my business. I learned it, used it for a while, wasn't a fan of it with my business and kept it moving, but it doesn't mean that it's not like good info, and I want to be that resource for other people to be able to try it and test it in their business. Um but I don't know how to without sounding like, oh, I know how to do all these 50 different things.
Right, right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. Like, So if you were to ask people, I think it's important when you're doing this market research, instead of saying like, you know, what would you, if you had this service, what would you want out of it? Because it's hard sometimes to imagine, like, I don't know, you don't know what you don't know kind of thing. So people don't necessarily um, have that unless they've
Mhm.
recently experienced something.
Sense.
But um, are there a few things that come to mind that you think you can be most impactful with? Like, if you were to ask people something like, was there a point in your business that you almost walked away? What was going on? Or was there a point in your business where you just felt like you were completely doing everything wrong and you needed to start over? And maybe something, that could be a conversation starter to get them to tell you, yes, at this point, this is what was going on, and I didn't know what to do. And that's where you could say, like, okay, because that's exactly the kind of point where I'll step in as a coach, and I would be able to help people through those similar times.
I really like that. I'm writing it all down. Um, yeah, those are great questions. I don't think I phrased my questions like that, so I got to look at my market research and make them more situational because that's way more powerful. And the answers that I would get back from that are just that would be amazing. Yeah, I like it.
Good, good. All right. Well, it seems like we've made some progress, that you've kind of changed directions, which I hope that's okay.
No, but it's more, I wouldn't say change directions. I think it's more in alignment with what I want to do. I just didn't know how to describe it. So this was dope. Thank you.
Good, good. All right, awesome. Well, you have some homework. You've got some people to talk to. You've got to get a little bit more information, but I think it sounds like you're really getting closer to knowing exactly what you want to be doing and how you want to be helping people. So that's very exciting.
Yes, I'm really excited. Now I'm like even more excited to ask people like questions and do market research, which has never been like an exciting thing for me to do. But now I am for sure.
Excellent. Okay. Well, thank you, Stephanie, so much. I really appreciate your time today, and I can't wait until our next session when I learn more about what's going on.
Yes, I can't wait either. Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah, we'll talk soon. Well, that was a great session with Stephanie. I'm really excited about the breakthroughs that she was able to come up with on her own, and just sort of working through who she really wants to be working with and what that offer might look like. And she still has some work to do to really get it honed in, but I'm excited to see that change and the transformation that she's going to be providing to her clients. So if you would like to be a guest on Fulfilled After 40, the podcast, please visit our website and you can fill out a request form to join us. Or if you have some questions that you'd like me to answer live on the show, even if you aren't um, also live on the show, there's an option for you to just record an audio or video message right there on the website too. So look forward to talking to you next time when we help somebody else with their life and business challenges. Talk to you then.